chapter 15 is about the same length, but I'm just really truncating a lot of details. So this is an actual summary where I'm not going to go paragraph by paragraph, page by page, and just give you like the meat and bones of what happened in this chapter. Alessandro said no to Ramona's proposal. He doesn't have a father. He doesn't have any land. He doesn't have any money. It would not be fair to Ramona, who always had family or foster family, a roof over her head, 3 square meals a day. But Ramona said she's a lot stronger than he gives her credit for. From the beginning, at age 1, she lost her parents. She's an orphan. She doesn't have any siblings. She doesn't have anything. She doesn't have anything to lose because she already lost everything. She told them the Indian wives are staying with their husbands or with their kids. They don't leave just because things get tough. She is the same way. She's not going to leave him just because he lost everything. She also told him that she was ready to go to the convent if he didn't return. She told him if he doesn't marry her, she's going to the convent right now. Since she didn't hear from him for over half a month, she thought that he was dead. Again, she asked him to take her. He acquiesced. She told him that his people are her people. He offered to talk with Felipe and Senora. Ramona advised against it. Senora is cold-hearted and malicious, and she has her son, Felipe, wrapped tightly around her finger. She told him to stay put. She needs a couple of hours to gather her belongings. However, he didn't follow her orders. He went to the stable to get Baba. The horse knew Alessandro. Ramona returned to the rancho. It was treacherous. If anyone saw her, they could have snitched. Fortunately, Margarita had a bad toothache and took medicine that her mother gave her. After Senora finally fell asleep, Ramona went about gathering the stuff she needed, from Alessandro's violin to food from the kitchen. She also handwrote a note to Felipe and left it where she knew he would find it. She also took Capitan, the dog, was going to bark. To keep him quiet, she had the dog follow her. When she was reunited with Alessandro, he showed her Baba the horse as well. After they packed the items, Alessandro referred to her as Mahel. Ramona agreed to start a new life with his new name. Of course, you don't need to do this, but I would like to know what are your thoughts. What would you have done if you were Senora? What would you have done if you were Felipe? What would you have done if you were Margarita? What would you have done if you were Juan Can? What would you have done if you were Alessandro? What would you have done if you were Ramona? Of course, keep in mind, this was back in the 1800s. They didn't have cell phones, didn't have computers, didn't have internet. And obviously, United States just took over California, the southern half of California. So indigenous Californians have nothing, and they lost everything. Anyway, questions, comments, constructive criticisms, asking for clarification, let me know. And I would like to know your thoughts as well. What would you do if you were in this situation? Would you have done the same thing, or you would have been like, I'll go over the next chapter in a couple of days. So take care. And I hope you have an amazing week. See ya.